we got to talk about this, guys. This is kind of crazy right here. Former child actor Matthew Lawrence says he was fired by agency for after refusing casting couch advances by a Marvel director. Whoa. Now we've heard about these kind of stories, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is some Harvey Weinstein kind of shit, it seems. And he said this is actually by a Marvel director. Now, this is Joey Lawrence's brother here. I remember him. What do I remember him from? I don't remember exactly.
Oh, what was he on?
Anyway,
I remember Joey Lawrence really well because he was in Blossom, right? Wasn't he in Blossom?
yeah. Joey Lawrence was in Blossom.
Yeah, and he blew up big time, like in the mid '90s. As his Joey Lawrence was a major star.
He was a singer.
Wow,
too. I think he was.
it should be noted. You brought up Harvey Weinstein. Well, you know, the showrunner for The Acolyte was Harvey Weinstein's right-hand woman, and she's employed by Disney, so that shouldn't be a real stretch to draw the line from Harvey Weinstein to this Marvel director at this point.
Yeah.
Let's check this out.
Let's check this out. I'm listening to this clip yet. Probably an ad gonna play. We got 4 seconds here. Let's see. Usually post-millennial lights have 2 ads. Oh, it's gonna play.
Yeah.
There's been many, whether it's another woman or another man in power.
Yeah.
There's been many times in my life where I've been propositioned to get a huge role. I've lost my agency because I went to the hotel room, which I can't believe they would send me to, of a very prominent Oscar award-winning director who showed up in his robe, asked me to take my clothes off and said he needed to take Polaroids of me, and that if I did X, Y, and Z, I would be the next Marvel character. I didn't do that, and my agency fired me because I left this director's room. And
along those lines,
a lot of these stories, a lot of my other male friends have gone through with both men and women in this industry. But there's a double standard, and this is where I bring Terry Crews. Terry Crews comes out and says it. People are laughing at him.
Yeah, I remember Terry Crews. He said like he was groped by somebody. I don't remember exactly who it was. This is disturbing, man. This is really some disturbing stuff right here.
Yeah, it's jacked up, man. I think this is commonplace in Hollywood.
I think so too.
You know, because we've heard a lot about, and we've heard that, well, look at all the women that were involved with, I guess maybe it was Weinstein, but it was Mira Sorvino and, I mean, all these actresses, you know, I mean, it's like they come in for a role and it was like, roll for sex. Roll for sex. In other words, if you were willing to do whatever, and it's clear there's something involving these agencies too, where they're heavily involved in this crap.
They're all in on it.
They're all in it. And they know it. They know it's part of the industry. These producers and these directors and these studio heads have achieved a godlike status and power in Hollywood. And it's clear, if you want to be in this industry, you got to be willing to satisfy the needs of the gods of the industry. And I don't know how this stops, but boy, Hollywood is... There is no moral and value set in Hollywood whatsoever.
And they want to tell you how to live your life. They want to tell you how to live your life when clearly they have no values at all. None. I mean, they're morally bankrupt over there in Hollywood.
What stops this? What's going to stop this, John? Is it going to be a name of somebody that it's just so big that it's going to collapse the way the industry structure is set up.
Well, I think more actors and actresses are going to have to come out, but I believe they're so terrified that they won't have a career.
It's going to have to be somebody though that is, and I don't want to,
Like a megastar.
I don't want to name names, but it's going to have to be a megastar combined with a mega director or a mega producer, and I'm talking about somebody that's a household name. It's going to have to be something, and I still don't know if even then.
You know what? I wish he would have named a director.
There's
Because
so many
that would have exposed Marvel and Disney right there.
There's so many skeletons in these assholes' closets, and the only way that, and look, Hollywood has a big influence on all kinds of things.
Yeah,
pop culture, everyday life. You know, people. There are people that really have an appreciation for these people in Hollywood, you know? I mean, you know, we grew up thinking Steven Spielberg was unbelievable. Harrison Ford was great and all these things. And now it's true, you know, I mean, your heroes turn out to not, you know, your heroes are around long enough they see themselves become the villains.
Remember, they say never meet your heroes.
You know me, I love Harrison Ford. That's my guy, you know, but he has said so many things that it's just bafflingly stupid, you know, that it just makes me, it just makes me put my head down. Mark Hamill, for crying out loud, he's a nutcase.
He is completely insane.
He's certified. He's the fucking Joker. He is the Joker. You know?
Kind of hard to believe that he's the guy that played Luke in Star Wars.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of as to why these guys like this don't want to name names is because maybe they're like, I truly have no career if I name names here.
Yeah.
You know, I've got zero career, less than zero. Or
I think you would
like,
need or
he's like, I can't prove it. I can't prove it now, and I don't want to get sued. You know?
I believe you would need a guy like Denzel Washington to come out and say something about this. Now, he may not know anything about this kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure he knows that it probably happens, but maybe he doesn't know anybody in particular who it's happened to. I don't know. If Denzel came out and then somebody else came out on a Denzel type of level, Hollywood is done.
I think they make a point to prey on the young actor.
Yeah, it's usually young. Remember, Kevin Spacey went after Anthony Rapp when Anthony Rapp was like, what, 15, something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Right. And something to remember about some of these actors, these really good, for example, Harrison Ford. Well, Harrison was what, 38 when he got the first Star Wars film?
34. He's 34.
34. He was older, though, the point is.
Yeah, and he was already in some George Lucas stuff before that.
And, well, he had shown up in, like, I can't remember, The Rifleman or Gunsmoke. He had been in an episode of some TV. But the point was he was older. He wasn't a 15-year-old actor trying to...
But also, you got to remember also that Lucasfilm was not, it was an independent company, and it was until 2012. So it really was not
that's true
Hollywood per se.
I can tell you somebody that's been in the industry a very long time that's an old guy now, and a lot of people don't realize this, but him and his wife are actually pretty conservative. But he was a child actor, and that's Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Russell was a young boy acting in Westerns and all that up through time.
He's came out. He said some pretty base stuff lately, too.
Yeah. I don't know. Something's got to blow the lid off this at some... I mean, if Harvey Weinstein, if that whole thing can't blow the lid off but they're so locked into this leftist and this radical ideology too in Hollywood, I don't know what happens out there. It's going to have to be independent. It's got to be independent content that at some point dooms Hollywood, where where people are just like, you know, I don't want to work for Hollywood. I'd rather work for the Daily Wire or whatever, who's making, you know, independent content.
Yeah. Yeah.